Something funny? Hannah asked, nosing Claire's grin. Claire shook her head. Not so much as funny, but thinking how some of the things we encounter in the simulation could be in our world outside the underground city. I'm just grateful for the information that Melody gave us. A second passed before Hannah's eyes widened in alarm, understanding the implication. Yep, both Melody and Darlena had mentioned that the energy in the world would do strange things, meaning it wouldn't be unusual if such monsters like the worm could be something we encounter. Claire couldn't help but smirk at their unfortunate position. The world that humans had conquered was now a deadly prison with no escape. Humans were no longer the apex predators. Not being able to help the depressed mood she was in, Claire tried to focus her attention to their surroundings. It wouldn't be good if she were to be attacked while distracted by her emotions. The fortunate thing was how most of the large boulders and rocks were dozens of feet away from the road, at least on this side of the cart. With how the worker described the way that the rock lizards hid, the monsters wouldn't likely be hiding near a single boulder. Moving closer to the mountain, there were more and more large rocks grouped together. Claire felt a sense of dread and anxiety as the locations for the rock lizards to be hiding increased. A small comfort was how most of the spots were still far away from the road. To help protect groups going to the mines, many of the rocks were moved further away from the roads with the help of several teams of adventurers. The workers said after a long period of silence. She likely sensed the growing tension as they reached closer to the mines. That's smart, Abby remarked, her eyes observing the surroundings with a trained eye. The few places that pose a good hiding spot means that those monsters will have a harder time ambushing people passing by. But it's not like that's something they can do the entire way, Mindy commented. The worker nodded. That's unfortunately true. So keep your eyes open. Those of you in the cart should pay attention, even with your weapons being ill-suited. It'll be a good chance for us to develop our skills, Mindy agreed. All of you focus on spotting any of those monsters so we can help out our new friends, she told her group. You can count on us, Carl said to Claire's group. Though Carl came across like someone who didn't take things seriously, the fact that he seemed serious about helping them out improved Claire's impression on the guy. The fact that they went with Mindy should mean that they're decent people. I should give them a chance, Claire thought to herself, trying to push aside her negative thoughts. If your group is going to help, don't just shout out if you think you spot a rock lizard. That's the worst thing you could do. Abby quickly looked at the group in the cart before returning her attention to watching their surroundings. How should we let you know? Lucas asked, confused about what Abby was saying. He was another guy that worked at the gas station along with Carl and Todd. Let Mindy know, and she'll let either myself or Cammy know about the possible threat, Abby said. Mindy leaned closer to Abby while making sure to stay in the cart. Don't you think that'd take too long? What happens if we spot them right before they attack? Both Cammy and I have the training to spot enemies in an urban environment. This means that the time required to locate a hostile force is a lot shorter than what we'd experienced with these monsters. But if all of you shout at the same time, then that's going to affect my ability to pay attention, Abby said. No offense, but I trust my training more than your abilities. Pausing before softening her words. By having them go through you, it will also help your team practice working together and following a proper chain of command. Overhearing their conversation, Clara had a similar thought as her sister. She thought back to when she was training with Hannah, inside the military simulation to locate civilians and help them escape. The experience was harsh. It took us a while to get used to spying the people in a stressful environment, she thought to herself.